Famous traffic jams in Ubud are back as Bali discusses the need for better infrastructure. The cultural center of Bali, Ubud, may have been chosen the finest city in Asia for 2022, but it nevertheless experiences the same level of traffic problems as Canggu and Kuta. When compared to Kuta, Nusa Dua, and Sanur on Bali's coast, Ubud's tourism recovered much more slowly. However, now that foreign tourists are returning to Ubud, traffic problems are reappearing. There is nothing new in the discussion about Ubud's traffic problems. The once small local town, which was encircled by neighborhoods and rural villages, today has much more traffic and foot traffic than the infrastructure was ever intended to handle. The road system in Ubud has mostly not changed even as guest houses, cafes, stores, and other tourist attractions have proliferated there. The one-way system is also intended to assist reduce traffic jams, but because traffic must take a longer path, it can occasionally result in even worse backlogs of vehicles. Local journalists have started to draw attention to the problem once more. According to Nusa Bali, traffic in Ubud extends from Banjar Tags to Banjar Kala in Beliaden village. The Pangasikan intersection, Mas village, and the BPD Ubud crossroads are the starting points for the traffic bottlenecks on the south side. The area that is most crowded is between Monkey Forest and Kampuhan, Ubud, in the direction of Kadaspada and the west. Peak hours, such as morning rush hour and the early evening when day trips return to Ubud, have heavier traffic. On weekends, when many people are either arriving or leaving the region, traffic can be very heavy. Although many tourists lament the traffic and many locals are annoyed by how long it takes to get around town, other people really like the gridlock. Some locals see the traffic as a sign that business has resumed in Bali. The fact that there is enough traffic to create a backlog is an odd reason to cheer compared to 2020 and 2021. The village security squads, known as Pakalong, frequently intervene to assist manage traffic and keep things going when it becomes too clogged. Although the Tropic of Ubud's traffic problems has recently made news once more, no official remedies have been proposed. Speaking to local media, Ubud villager Gusti Kedat Karamis remarked, "There must be traffic bottlenecks. If there are officials who can effectively handle them, there is nothing wrong with traffic congestion. Yes, we need to communicate clearly on the road." Senators from the provincial administration of Bali talked about the Canggu traffic situation last week. Canggu has had a similar fast growth in tourism over the past 10 years as Ubud. It has resulted in an imbalance between tourism facilities and supporting infrastructure since villas, guest houses, and cafes have been built on land that was previously exclusively accessible for agricultural use. For Canggu's continuous development and long-term success, as well as the prosperity of Bali as a whole, infrastructure for water management and roads is crucial, according to Iwayan Sandra, chairman of the Commission 3 Badung DPRD. He asked the provincial authorities for extra money so he could upgrade the road systems near Canggu. His fellow senators were forewarned by Sandra that every year there is an improvement. It is probable that it will be in the national limelight due to weak infrastructure if it is not treated right away. Sandra's worries were taken into consideration, but the provincial government was unable to immediately provide funding for his departments. Instead, Sandra was informed by Iwayan Nadi Arnawa, the head of Badung Tapt and regional secretary for Badung, that it is absolutely practical that the layout of infrastructure must be in line with the rise in income. Of course, it will be taken into account. We may implement certain changes in North Kuta's updated budget in 2023.